Welcome to Learning from Leaders, the show where we dive into the minds of today's top thought leaders, coaches, authors, speakers, and entrepreneurs with your host, RJ Horner. Each week, we explore real conversations, powerful lessons, and actionable insights to help you grow, lead, and make a lasting impact. Whether you're building your business, your brand, or your influence, you'll find the inspiration and strategies you need right here. Let's dive in and start learning from leaders.
Hey Beacons, welcome back to another episode of Learning from Leaders. I'm RJ Horner, your host, and today we're talking about something every leader faces every single day. It's an important one, and that is decision making. Now, let me ask you something right off the top. Have you ever delayed a decision? Not because you didn't care, but because you cared too much, right? Too many options, too many opinions, too many what ifs. And suddenly, instead of moving forward, you're stuck. So here's the truth. Leadership is measured not by how much you know, but it's measured by how well you actually decide. Because decisions move people. Decisions shape the culture of your organization, and decisions can create that momentum you're looking for to keep your business moving forward. And when every leader struggles to decide, everything just slows down. So today I want you to move from clarity to confidence in your decision making. Why does decision making feel so hard? So let's start here with this topic. Decision making isn't difficult because we lack intelligence. It's difficult because we feel the pressure, right? Pressure to make the right decision, pressure to avoid failure, pressure to meet expectations. And underneath all of that, fear. Fear of making the wrong call, fear of disappointing the people who work for you, fear of consequences we can never fully protect. So what do? Let's face it, we hesitate, we overanalyze, we look for more information, more validation, more certainty, more clarity. But here's the problem. Clarity doesn't always come before the decision. Sometimes it comes afterwards. And that's where leaders get stuck. A leadership story, here's the cost of delay. Let me get you a real example. I worked once with a leader. We'll call him Mark for the purposes here. Mark was thoughtful, intelligent, cared deeply about his team. But when it came to making decisions, especially tough ones, he hesitated. He wanted more data, more input, more validation. He wanted more alignment. And on the surface, sounds responsible, right? But what happened was this. His team started to feel stuck. Projects slowed down, momentum disappeared. And at one point, a team member came in and said to him, "We don't need a perfect decision. We just need to make a decision." That's the one that hit him hard and brought open the realization. So, because what Mark didn't realize was this: indecision is a decision. I love the quote by Geddy Lee and Rush, right? When you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. And that's what it boils down to. And often that choice is often the most costly one. When leaders delay too long, they create confusion, and confusion kills confidence. Not just yours, but your team's. So we have to make a shift from perfection to progress. So here's the mindset shift every leader needs to make. Stop trying to make the perfect decision. Start making the best possible decision with what you know right now. Because leadership isn't about certainty, it's about responsibility. You don't always have all the answers. You don't always have complete clarity. And you don't even always have all the data. But use the data and information you do have to make that decision as quickly as possible, and you can still move forward with intention. You can change your decisions afterwards, but you have to make a decision to keep everything moving forward.
Are you ready to step into your full leadership potential? To grow as a leader who inspires, empowers, and makes an impact? Welcome to the Beacon Fellows School of Leadership, a place where emerging leaders, coaches, and changemakers come together to master the skills, mindset, and strategies to lead with purpose. Through our immersive programs, You'll gain proven frameworks for building influence and authority, hands-on leadership development tools and workbooks, personalized guidance from experienced facilitators, a community of like-minded leaders committed to growth. Whether you're looking to lead a team, launch a movement, or simply grow in confidence and clarity, the Beacon Fellows School equips you with the skills, strategies, and support to shine as a leader in any arena. Join us today and start your journey to becoming a leader who leaves a lasting impact. Visit www.beaconfellows.com to learn more and secure your place at the Beacon Fellows School of Leadership. Your next step as a leader starts now.
So here's a three-part decision framework. Let me give you something practical, a simple framework you can use to make better decisions with more confidence. Number one, clarity of purpose. Before you make any decision, ask, what are we trying to achieve here, right? Not what's most easiest, not what's the most comfortable, but what aligns with this mission. When your purpose is clear, your options become simpler because not every good option is the right option. Purpose filters your choices. Number two, consider the people impact. Every decision affects people. So ask, how will this affect the people involved? Not just short term, but long term. Will this build trust? Will it build clarity? Will it support the growth of our organization? Great leaders just don't make smart decisions. They make decisions people can understand and rally behind. And then third, take ownership. Once you made the decision, own it. Don't second guess publicly. Don't shift blame if things go wrong. Stand in it, because confidence isn't always about being right. It's about being responsible. And when your team sees that you own your decisions, they trust your leadership more, even when outcomes aren't perfect, right? The confidence gap. Let's talk now about confidence. A lot of leaders think confidence comes before action, but that's not how it works. Confidence is built through action, not before it. Every time you make a decision and follow through, you strengthen your leadership muscles. Every time you make a decision or avoid decision or stick with indecision, you weaken that muscle, that ability to choose. Confidence grows through repetition, through experience, through learning, and even and especially from your mistakes. So let's reframe failure for a second. Let's address the fear of getting it wrong. And that's what holds most people, most leaders back from making decisions. Like things like, what if I fail? What if it backfires? What if I regret it? But here's the truth. You will make wrong calls sometimes. Every great leader has. But failure is not the opposite of leadership. It's part of leadership. The difference here's the difference. Weak leaders avoid decisions to avoid failure. Strong leaders make decisions and then learn from those outcomes. They adjust, they refine, and grow. So instead of asking, what if I fail? Ask, what can I learn from this? So here's a practice exercise, something you can do this week. Think of one decision you've been delaying. Just one. Now, analyze it. Write it down. And ask these questions. What's the purpose behind this decision? What are my options with this decision? What's the likely impact on the people involved? What's the worst case scenario here? And then what's the most aligned choice? Then give yourself a deadline. Not someday, not when I feel ready, a real deadline. And when you reach it, decide, because momentum matters more than perfection. And I would say your decision deadline should be no more than a week, right? Depending on and that depends on how severe the decision or outcome should be. Otherwise, it should be within a 2 to 3 day framework. That's how momentum happens. That's how action happens. That's how we keep our business moving in the right direction. Leadership is direction. And at the end of the day, leadership is truly about the direction you take. People don't expect you to be perfect, but they expect you to be clear, right? They expect movement, guidance, and they expect you to take ownership. When leaders hesitate too long, teams drift. And when leaders decide with clarity and confidence, teams move forward, and they will support you with the decisions you make because you clearly made decisions that are keeping this company moving forward. So let me lead you with this. You don't need all the answers to lead well. You need clarity of purpose, courage to act, and the willingness to take responsibility. That's what turns decisions into leadership. So thanks for tuning in to Learning from Leaders today. And if today's episode helped you think differently about decision making, share it with another leader who might be stuck in hesitation. And remember, leadership isn't about waiting for certainty. It's about moving forward with clarity and growing your confidence along the way. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep leading with purpose.
Thanks for listening to today's episode. If it inspired you, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, leave a review, or share it with someone who need to hear it. We invite you to join Beacon Fellowship School of Leadership, a community of your peers learning and growing together. Visit www.beaconfellows.com. Keep growing, keep serving, and keep your light shining bright. Most of all, never stop learning from leaders.